early as we get the 1 to go signal this time. The top 6 were inverted. William Sawalich, a winner a night ago, starts on the pole tonight. He was 6th fast in qualifying. William Byron from the NASCAR Cup Series. He starts outside of row 1 in the 24. Connor Jones, a Pro Late winner a couple nights ago, starts 3rd. Gio Ruggiero starts 4th. 2nd fast qualifier, Gabe Summers in the 15 starts 5th. Casey Roderick, the top qualifier, 2nd night in a row in the 18 starts 6th.
Got some big names deep in the field. Johnny Sauter starting 11th. Stephen Nasse back in 16th. We are coming to green. Lights off on the pace car. He will make the hard left-hand turn. William Sawalich, William Byron bringing the field off of 4. Green flags in the air. We're racing here at New Smyrna Speedway.
Bubba Pollard also joins us tonight, starting from the inside of row number 8. He and Nasse qualifying 15th and 16th earlier, trying to fine-tune their cars before the big 100 tomorrow night. William Byron leads off of turn number 4 to complete lap 1 of 35.
Byron has been super strong in this number 24 car for the last 12 months. He has kind of re-indoctrinated himself into the super late model world here the last year or so. He has won a couple of very big money shows, including here at New Smyrna last year, and he's picking up right where he left off, leading across the stripe to complete lap 2.
27 drivers of the scheduled 31 starters have taken the green in this race. There's Jake Finch in the 51, had a pretty good run one night ago. Matt Craig follows him. There's Sauter in the 99, racing with Brad May in the 9. Side-by-side action right there, led by the 51 at Finch. He runs in the 8th position.
Jake Finch had a good run last night. He's got Tyler Mon up on the roof. Tyler, the spotter for Kyle Larson on Sunday afternoons in the NASCAR Cup Series, looking to get some of that Cup experience to help him towards the front here tonight.
William Byron in the lead, upper left of the screen. It's a battle for 2nd place. Connor Jones looking racy early on, taking a peek to the inside of William Sawalich, and the caution lights are on for the first time tonight. The yellow flag is out. It's for the 79 of Kyle Bryant. Bryant racing tonight to get ready for the Southern Super Series event tomorrow night, and you can see he's been up against the wall. The toe is knocked out on that machine. And Kyle Bryant, the Navarre, Florida driver, has made his way to pit road, and now they've got work to do just to get ready for the ASA Southern Super Series 10,000 to win point season opener tomorrow night.
They've got some damage to the left front corner of that car too, Adam. My guess is he may have been involved in a little bit of a stack up over there going into turn 3, got up out of the groove and brushed the outside wall. Like you said, broken ball joint looked like on that right front, that wheel, not at all straight. So going to be a long night to get that car ready for that big Clyde Hart Memorial 100 here tomorrow. And I'll tell you right now, everybody's got a lot of work to do to catch William Byron. That 24 car, I'm going to borrow the phrase from Benny Parsons, looked like it was shot out of a canyon here tonight. That car was really, really strong.
32 laps to go, completing the first 3 laps. We mentioned that Johnny Sauter has joined us tonight, former NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion. He's driving the 99. Stephen Nasse in the 51. Bubba Pollard in the 26. Looking down through the field, Stuart Friesen driving the Todd Stone number 1 tonight. Those are some of the drivers that have joined us for this second super late model race of the week. And much of that is to get ready for tomorrow night's 100. Over 30 now on the entry list for tomorrow night's Clyde Hart Memorial 100 for the ASA Southern Super Series.
That'll be up tomorrow starting 7:30 p.m. right back here live on Flow. If we can't see you here at the racetrack, we look forward to talking to you right back here tomorrow evening as we get the 1 to go signal here at the stripe. No surprise, William Byron choosing the top lane. There's Ralph Miller up on the flag stand. Good to have Ralph here with us one more time here this week. William Sawalich, winner last night in a clean and green 35-lap feature, will be down to the bottom side of row number 1. Connor Jones announced a partial season with the ThorSport Racing team in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Today he will line up inside row number 2 alongside the 22 car of Gio Ruggiero. Field picking up the pace, coming back to green.
3 laps down, 32 to go, back underway in the super late model feature event for this Monday evening. One of 5 scheduled feature events that we'll see tonight. Sawalich moves back into the 2nd spot, and from the money spot, here comes Gio Ruggiero in the 22.
Fast qualifier Casey Roderick kind of buried back behind those 2 cars side by side. Roderick has been the fast qualifier both nights here so far. That number 18 Anthony Campy Racing car, extremely fast. He finished 2nd last night. trying to do one better here this evening, but he's got a bunch of really good cars directly in front of him.
Battle for third continues. A couple of youngsters, Connor Jones on the inside lane, and on the outside, Gio Ruggiero in one of the Donnie Wilson Motorsports entries. 22 car racing to the high side off of turn number 2, trying to hang on to that third spot. Casey Roderick, what a run last night. Started in the 6th spot, was top qualifier, moved up into 2nd place very early in the race, end up finishing in the 2nd position. Casey Roderick, one of the favorites this week for the World Series Championship, and he's definitely one of the favorites tomorrow night when it comes to the 100-lap special event of the week for the Supers. They've got a couple 100-lappers tomorrow night, or the real big one for the ASA Southern Super Series. Then on Saturday, they come back for another 100. It's the Orange Blossom 100 as the field slows because of our second caution of the race. 29 laps to go, and Stephen Nasse with problems.
Saw a couple of cars over there involved with Stephen, and he's got a wheel mark to the right side door. No indication what might have happened to put that wheel mark there, but in any case, Stephen Nasse bringing that machine down on pit road. And you know, we've seen Stephen do this a couple of times over the past couple of years. He will come out, get some laps, kind of some recon laps for the big 100 lappers, and Stephen going to bring that car right back down onto pit road. I think he is trying to save that car for tomorrow. Doesn't need to do any additional damage to it here tonight in our 35 lapper. He wants to come out here and compete for the win tomorrow night, so he's going to bring that car back to the pits and call it an evening with 29 laps yet to go.
Checking the track for debris down in turn number 4. And then we'll get rolling once again to caution period so far in this one. William Byron leading so far. We saw Gio Ruggiero on that restart take advantage of the outside lane, move up to 3rd. Now, I would think he would most likely again choose the outside lane from that 2nd row, but we'll see how it all shakes out. Big night of racing, 5 feature events. 602 modifieds coming up next, a 25-lap feature. Then the Tour Type modifieds of 50 tonight. Pro late models running 35. What a show they put on last night.
Yeah.
And then the Florida modifieds to round out our program, 25 laps. Their scheduled distance to round out our evening here tonight.
A lot of racing yet to come. You know, we knew we might have to pay the piper on this one. We did go green to checkered last night. Got a little spade of yellow fever here early in the going as we see the 2 to go signal. Field choosing around the brightly repainted choose cone, now down on the racetrack just past the start finish line. A lot of complaints in the drivers meetings the last couple of days that cone was pretty hard to see. Saw some drivers get penalized early in the week too, so officials here at the racetrack came out, put some more paint down, brightened it up a little bit, and so far, 3rd restart, we haven't seen anybody having any issues with that choose cone so far, as we should get the 1 to go indication this time around with, again, William Byron and William Sawalich up on the front row.
After one night of racing for the super late models, William Sawalich, the point leader in the number 2 car, just 2 points ahead of Casey Roderick. 2 points ahead of Ruggiero is Roderick. And then 4 points back from 3rd place is Connor Jones. Gabe Summers in the 5th spot. Jake Finch had a good run last night, but he's listed way down the points battle because he did not pre-enter early, so they don't get the bonus points that the other drivers have. Coming to green, 6 laps down, 29 to go. The leader is William Byron in the 24. We are back underway at New Smyrna for super late model feature race number 2 of the week.
Quick paced restart right there. They just about caught the pace car as it was coming down the pit road, and we've got problems. Down in turns 1 and 2, Michael Hind around in the number 69.
Michael Hind deep in the field there, was running in the 15th position on the restart and has spun. It has not been a fun week for Michael Hind so far, this being night 4 of the scheduled 9.
Made it about 50 yards past the start-finish line on the drop of the green, the initial green in the Pro Late Model feature the other night. And now 6 laps into our Super Late Model feature event. He is sideways down there in turns 1 and 2, and actually didn't make the call for last night's Pro Late Model feature. So it has been a tough week for Michael Hind so far in that 69.
Finished in the 10th position in last night's super late model race, so have his work cut out for him coming from the back of the field to get back up there and challenge for a top 10 tonight, but plenty of time to do it with 29 laps to go. We've had a few cautions here early after being a clean super late model race one night ago. Word from Jessie Punch down in the pits. She did get a chance to catch up with Stephen Nasse and said he's just parking it to save it for tomorrow night. That 100 lap event, multi-time champion of the ASA Southern Super Series, Stephen Nasse, wanting to race again. And here's what happened. Watch Hine gets into turn one, wiggles a bit, might have had some help, but the car slides up the track. Does a real good job to keep it off the outside retaining wall and parks it in an illegal parking zone at the bottom of the racetrack.
When he got on the brakes there, that car darted to the right, and he did a really nice job trying to catch up to that thing and not making any contact with the outside wall. But a very cool night here. Hard to get tires up to temp. Temperatures very pleasant this afternoon. I think we might have hit 65 degrees this afternoon, but hasn't
we
really
see Gabe Summers has just pulled into the pits.
Gabe Summers down on pit road. Gabe was running in the 5th position prior to this caution.
So Gabe Summers in the pits. They will jack up the left side of that race car, look underneath the left rear, underneath the rear end to see if they can figure out what is wrong with the 15. He started in the top 5, second fast in qualifying, and that was a quick adjustment, quick pit stop, and back out he goes. Unfortunately for Summers, going to give up a lot of track position after being second quick in qualifying. Going to double up this time. Here's the choose at the cone.
And to the bottom. No surprise there. No surprise Gio Ruggiero to the top.
Stands are filling in again tonight. Still cool conditions here. It's one of the second coolest day of the week we've had, and then it starts warming up as we go throughout the rest of the week. Some big events scheduled each night. Tonight, the big one's the 50-lapper for the Tour-Type Modifieds as they return. Of course, the actual Tour was here on Saturday night for a 200-lap thrilling feature event.
I think we had 4 or 5 lead changes in the last 10 laps of that one. What a great race. And winner, Ronnie Silk, qualified fastest for that 50-lapper later on the night.
Looks like he's going to be a threat for maybe a World Series championship this week. He'll have his work cut out for him. Again, over 30 Tour-Type Modifieds here and qualified, somewhere around 35 that we should see starting that race as our third feature of the night. The caution lights have been turned off. The field has doubled up, and William Byron, the race leader in the 24, using this race as a test for tomorrow night's 100-lap Clyde Hart Memorial. Coming to green from turn number 4, Byron back underway. Sawalich alongside, but here comes Ruggiero to the outside. Teammates battling for second and third.
Looks like there may have been some contact there between Connor Jones and Gio Ruggiero. Jones going to check up, and that's going to allow Casey Roderick to get the run to the inside. Roderick in the 18 now side by side with Connor Jones in the battle for 4th.
4th position up for grabs. Plenty of shuffling back in the field. Saw some cars go toward the bottom of the racetrack. And Roderick there kind of takes the lane away from Jones. Derek Griffith also moving up in the 12 car.
First time we've seen DG12 tonight in that black number 12. 2-time World Series champion, looking for his 3rd World Series crown. He had a pretty good run last night, but started way deeper in the field. He's worked his way through traffic pretty well, now battling to get into that top 5 as we see a big gaggle of cars racing off into 3 and 4.
James Lynch, a driver from Illinois, making the trip to the World Series. Had a decent run last night, finished 14th. Had a great qualifying effort tonight. It's a driver we're not familiar with seeing here at the World Series. He's boxed in behind Finch right now.
Brad May in that 9 car gave a little shove to Finch and moved him up the racetrack. Brad May, multiple-time track champion here at New Smyrna Speedway in the super late model division, now working his way to the inside of the racetrack, trying to work his way past Jake Finch to take over the 7th position. Now Finch feeling the heat as there's James Lynch, and now Bubba Pollard throwing himself into the mix here as well.
Hey, Bubba Pollard started back in 16th position. He's worked his way up into the top 10. He's in 9th. He's looking for more. I feel bad for James Lynch there. He has a fast race car in the 76. He was kind of boxed in behind Jake Finch and lost a few positions in the process.
There's Connor Mosack in the number 28 to the inside of Matt Craig in the 54. A lot of good race cars scattered throughout the field here as we wind towards the midway point. Saw a little smoke come up there. Looks like Connor Mosack may have gotten into the 08 car. I believe that's Nick Noggle right there off of turn 2.
Mosack to the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like he's going to be able to pull off that pass. Right behind them, Matt Craig in the 54. He's kind of struggled these first couple of days of racing here and trying to get that car in shape for the Southern Super Series opener tomorrow night. Doesn't race a whole lot here at New Smyrna Speedway, and I think that's why he's been here trying to get better. And there's some contact from Noggle to the 28 of Mosack. Somehow Mosack saves it. They continue in the right direction.
Yeah, I think Nick Noggle may have returned the favor on that one after that contact down in turns 1 and 2 a couple of laps ago. And there's on the right side of our screen, we own Nick Noggle now dropping off the pace in the number 08 car. Noggle will be coming down to pit road. Jumping back up towards the front of the field. This is the battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth.
William Byron leading the way comfortably right now at 1.4 seconds over that group of cars. William Sawalich, Gio Ruggiero, Casey Roderick, Connor Jones, and then back a little bit to multi-time World Series champion Derek Griffith. Griffith hasn't really found the speed in his super late model again there for a couple of years. We knew he was going to finish in the top 3. It felt like each and every feature. Some of that is the strength of the World Series super late model field this year is very top notch. Some of that maybe they're off a little bit, but he's better tonight. Just missed the invert, did Griffith. He's trying to move up through the field currently, just one spot out of the top 5.
There's Bubba Pollard in the 26 car. He's got James Lynch in tow in the number 76. Lynch has worked his way through some of that traffic he had been boxed in behind, and Lynch is about to feel some pressure. Johnny Sauter there in the 99 car directly behind